everybody, and welcome to Budget with Tiffany. I'm Tiffany. I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm going to be doing my mini Monday, but before I jump in, I wanted to share a couple things. First, I shared this in my last video, but this is my freebie that I gave away for hitting 800 subscribers, so thank you all very much. You can get this down in the description below in my Google Drive. And then I also wanted to share, it is our Road to 1K collaboration between myself, Becca from Becca Budget 777, Elaine from Elaine Realize, and Lindsay from Bookish Mama Budgets. And so we did an 80s theme, which I'm super excited about. I was born in 1980, so love the 80s. So we have actually 2 games for you. So the first game is this Radical Savings challenge where you can just move through the board and save as you go. Lindsay came up with this and it's super cute. And then the second game is What's Your Damage game board, and so you can start anywhere on the board. You roll a 6-sided dice and you make your way around the board, and if you land on a design, you find the card and save that amount. So the different cards are down here and they're all 80s themed. So super cute, love both of these. So you have an option to play either, or since we're actually going to do this as a October and November, you can do one in October and one in November, or however you want to do it. So, and then we've got our tinies and our minis. So we've got the 2 that I came up with. One is like a boombox with cassette tapes. Another one is one of those like yes no things where you used to like, you know, fold it up and you'd ask questions and you'd unfold it and get an answer and stuff. And then is that the Rubik's Cube? And then from Lindsay at Bookish Mama Budgets, her tiny also has a Rubik's Cube, and then she's got sneakers kind of in like the 80s, you know, kind of runoff position. So super cute. And then Elaine from Elaine Realize, she came up with several different minis and tinies. So she's got a Pac-Man version, and then these other ones are a Pacific Sun reference. I was young enough that I kind of remember Pacific Sun, but we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and I didn't really care about clothes, so I didn't really care. But I do remember the clothing brand. So. And then Becca from Becca Budget 777, she came up with these super cute ones. So her mini is just different 80s themed items, and then her tiny is different movies from the 1980s, and for each movie that you've seen, you'll save $1, and for each movie you haven't seen, you'll save $2. And I think I've seen almost all of them. There might be like 1 or 2 that I haven't. But super excited to get to play all of these minis and tinies and games. So since when this airs, posts, whatever, it'll be September 30th. So we'll start playing it in October. So I wanted to share it, and it'll be available in the description below in my Google Drive. So without further ado, let's jump into my minis. Yes. Mini Monday. I just have to think about it for a second, whether it's Mini Monday or Freebie Friday, because I'm always filming them several days ahead of time. So I'm like, which one am I filming? So I have $50 in 2s and a few spicy 5s. So, and I will go over all the challenges at the end. So let's see what happens. So we got 3, 4, 4 again, 4 again. Okay, I'm gonna change dice. 3. Can we get something other than a 3 and a 4? 2, yay. 4, 6, okay. 6, it's doing better. 3, okay, we just need a 1 and a 5. Okay, you're about to get fired, okay. 2, 6, okay, we still need a 1 and a 5, yay. 1, come on. 1. Sorry, Becca. So Becca, her challenge from part of our collab for September did not get any money, so sorry Becca. Your challenge will stick around for another week, but maybe it'll get a bunch of money next week. You never know how it's gonna go. Sometimes challenge gets lots and then other weeks it gets nothing. So up first, we've got my 2024 challenge from Willow Tree Budgets, and this will save $72, and we got 579. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap one of the 2s and get 2 1s. So we got 8, so cross off 2 4s, and then I will put $1 in the front to have for next time, so then we just need really $5 to be able to complete it. So in this one we've got 55, 7, 9, 61, 63, 65, 66, plus our extra 1. And while I am filming this, it is Friday the 27th, and Hurricane Helene just went through yesterday through Florida and is now going through like North Carolina and working its way up that way. And so far everybody that I've talked to that's in the area that's kind of in the storm, it's a huge storm, so like I feel like almost everybody that I know in the southeast is getting impacted in some way, has said that they're fine, or I've seen them post stuff. So hopefully everybody that's in this community and your families that maybe live there but you don't, I hope everybody's fine, and you know, hopefully minor damage. I feel horrible for the people whose homes, I'm just seeing pictures and videos and stuff, and especially in Florida, and it's just horrible seeing like how high the water was. Right now I've been paying particularly attention to the Asheville area. I used to live in Asheville for 6 years, and in Winston-Salem, which is near where Becca lives from, and Dawn from Dawn Sunrise Budgeting. And Asheville is just getting pummeled. They were already having a ton of rain, so the rivers were already kind of high, and they were having issues with flooding before Helene came through, so they're having major flooding. I saw Lake Lure, which is just south of Asheville, and where like Dirty Dancing and stuff was filmed. Their dam is like, at least as of a few hours ago, was potentially going to break, and like just flood areas south of the dam. So like I'm keeping everybody that I know and everybody I don't know in my thoughts and prayers, that everybody's safe, and you know, nothing, hopefully just some time and insurance can, you know, fix and stuff. So one reason, as much as like obviously dealing with potential tornadoes up in Minnesota is a thing, but we just don't get them as much here. And snow and ice doesn't really do quite as much damage. I don't miss living in the South and dealing with hurricanes. So again, I hope everybody is safe, and hopefully no damage or minor damage and stuff. So yeah. So up next we've got my I May Look Calm But In My Head I've Pecked You 3 Times, and this is a challenge that you can get in my Etsy store. And it got 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. So this was a big winner hog for today. So this is $1 a piece, so we only needed 8 to complete this one. So 5, 7. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take 2 from this one and swap out for the 1 here, and I'm gonna put 2 so that way I can cross off the 2 and only need $4 and not have that awkward single one. So in this challenge, we should have $20. Apparently cannot condense money. So 10, 15, 17, 19, 20. So one challenge completed. Yay, ding, ding, ding. It's been so weird seeing people using the challenges that I've created and sold through Etsy. And obviously now I've completed my very first one that I've created and sold in Etsy. So up next, I'm gonna add in a freebie that I put out for, I think this was my 700 subscriber giveaway or freebie. It's about encouraging people to vote. So put out 3, you can get them in my description below, and I'm going to make them I'm gonna make it $2 a piece, so it'll be $32, I think. 8, 16, 24, yeah. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, so I can color in 4. And I do encourage everybody, one, to vote, but also, like, if you are already registered to vote, double check your state, or I think there's a federal place that you can go and check to make sure that you're still registered and everything. So I know, one, it's always just good, but I've heard of places, different states, like cleaning out their registrations, you know, for some of it for very valid reasons. Like, for example, like I moved from North Carolina, so I'm sure that they, you know, probably removed my husband and I from their voter registration if it wasn't already done when we moved up to Minnesota and registered up here. I don't know exactly how it works, if Minnesota lets North Carolina know, I don't know, but you know, also just making sure that if you're already registered, that you're still registered and that there's no issues, especially for some states where you can't vote unless you're registered ahead of time and there's a deadline. So make sure not only that you're registered to vote and you register to vote before the deadline in your state, but that if you've previously registered, that verify that you're still registered. And I would make sure, like, even up to the last day that you can register, that you double check. So up next, we've got this cute little kitty challenge from Mischief Budgets, and we just needed $7 for this one. And we got 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So yay, another challenge completed. So this should be 50. So we got 20, 45, 47, 49, 50. So another ding, ding, ding. I was hoping I'd get to complete some of these, but you just never know. Just like with Becca's challenge right at the beginning, sometimes you don't know if you're actually gonna get anything. I'm gonna add in this cute little challenge that I got from Eva at Budget Your Life. This is just so cute. And so we got $6, and I'm gonna make each one be 2. So again, it'll be 32. So 2, 4, 6. I will have everybody linked in the description below, so definitely go check out their channels, subscribe if you aren't already. If it's, some of these are freebies, so you can definitely get them. Some of them are either I paid for or they came in with orders. Up next, we've got another part of our collaboration for our Road to 1K. This was our September 70s, 60s, 70s themed, and this is one that I created. And they're $1 a piece, and we just got $2, so I can cross off 2. Slow and steady on this one. 2, 4, 6. The other ones I made $2 a piece, so felt like I should have more money in here, but nope, that is correct. And then last but not least, we've got our budgeting friends are the best kind of friends from Steph, as Steph's on a budget, and I love this one. I'm so excited to get to use it. And we only needed $1, and we got 5, 7, 9. And so I'll swap out the 2 for 2 1s. Got $16, so another ding ding ding. This is one I thought would maybe would win. I guess winning is form of is accurate in that we completed it as winning, but thought this might be one that I would complete today, but you just never know. So let me grab another challenge. I'm gonna add this one in. It is from Mandy's Budgeting Journey and it's hot chocolate. I feel like it's autumn now, and although it doesn't feel like it, it is 82 degrees outside in Minnesota, and it's supposed to stay relatively warm. I think this weekend's supposed to be pretty warm, and then I think like Monday is supposed to be cooler, and then it's supposed to be kind of warm again, so it doesn't really feel like fall, but it is what it is. So, but we've got $8 that we can add in here. So we can do 2 of the 4s. Knock off some of the big numbers first. And it was funny last night at Eva from Budget Your Life, her live, we got into this big discussion about coffee, and because somebody said something about loving coffee, and Eva said, you know, that she doesn't like or thinks coffee is nasty and doesn't like it, and several people were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like the taste or the smell of coffee. My mom at least liked the smell. She didn't like the taste of it, but she liked the smell. I don't even like the smell of it. I don't like beer. I don't like coffee. Like anything that's like really strong bitter, I don't really like. And it was really funny when my husband and I first met, and he studied abroad for a month after our first year of law school and in Vienna, and I flew over to visit him at the end of their program, and then we traveled around Europe for 2 weeks, and a friend of ours from law school and then a friend of his from college that was also in law school, just at a different law school. They did the same program with him, so there was the 3 of them, and they shared an apartment together, and then I flew over at the end. We spent a couple days in Vienna, and then we flew down to Nice, France, spent a couple days there, then went to Paris, took the train up to Paris, spent a few days there, flew up to Cork, Ireland, which is where my husband's family left like years, like multiple generations ago, left Ireland to come over to North America, and they originally settled in Canada, and then I guess were too rowdy and got kicked out of Canada and ended up in Minnesota. So we wanted to go and check out that area, so we flew up to Cork and then stayed there for like 2 days, and then we took the train up to Dublin and spent a couple days there before we flew home. And so when we were in Nice, the 2 other law students that had studied with him also were in Nice, so we hung out for like a day or 2 together, and we went to like a, you know, plaza type place, and she was drinking this like chocolate cappuccino espresso drink or something, and she's like, oh, this tastes so just like chocolate, it's so good, I don't even taste the coffee. And I was like, oh cool, like do you mind if I have a sip, because like usually I don't like that kind of stuff. And she's like, sure. And so I took a drink. I tasted no chocolate, all I tasted was the coffee, and I was like, ugh. So my husband drinks beer, and like sometimes I'll smell the beer just to see what it smells like, and sometimes I can smell like the fruitiness or like orange or lemon or something, and but I know if I tasted it, I would taste none of that. All I would taste is the beer bitter, and I'd make the same face that I've made since I was like 2 when I tasted beer for the first time. My parents were never worried that I was gonna drink lots of beer because I couldn't stand the taste of it. So but yeah, so that is enough story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.